Um, kind of one of those injuries you don't like to see. Obviously, going to end my season. I'm gonna have to get surgery on it. Uh, this time was my right knee as opposed to my left knee, which has been the last 3 times, and bad situation, but still got a pretty good season ahead of us. So I think we should got to keep rolling.
Is that your message to the guys this morning?
Yeah, short, brief message. Just stay focused on the task at hand. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I've dealt with these situations before, so let me take care of that, and you guys take care of winning the games.
What does it mean to you that the team cares so much about you and that you are the talk?
It means a lot. These are my people, these are my boys, and I like, anytime I can be out here hanging out with them, I love to do it. And for them to have sympathy for me, it means a lot. I don't want them to have too much sympathy for me to where they take their mind off the task at hand, but it means a lot that they're thinking about me.
You've had this kind of an injury before, but this one obviously different because it ends your college career. Talk about that and what that meant, or how that kind of hit you when the doctor told you that.
It was tough, but like I said, I've been in these situations before, and to know that my college career is coming to an end because this injury made it a little bit harder, but got a lot of stuff ahead of me in the future that's pretty bright, so I just got to look forward to that.
Are you kind of choked up?
I was a little bit earlier, but now I'm okay.
Nick, can you take us through the play? What happened?
It's one of those plays, I really wish I would have caught the snap in the first place, but for some reason I didn't, and from there I was kind of just rolling out trying to make a play and kind of planted on my right leg, and I felt a twist and kind of a crunch and a little pop mixed in there, and it hurt a lot. It was a pretty excruciating pain I've never really felt before with my knee injuries, so I felt like it was something a little bit different this time, and it just hurt a lot, and I wanted to get off the field. I wanted to get out of there as quick as possible, so it was an awkward situation for me.
Did you know when it happened that?
I was pretty sure there was something going on, and like I said, my experience in the past, this one hurt a lot more, so I wasn't sure if it was exactly the same thing, but one of those things, I wanted to get out of the situation and just talk to the doctors and see what was going on.
What's been the timeline in the last couple of days? I mean, at what point did you get the final diagnosis?
I got my MRI yesterday because the MRI machine at Slocum was out of order. It was kind of broken, so I had to wait an extra day to get the MRI. It wasn't really a rush to. I kind of knew that there was something going on, but got the MRI results yesterday and talked to Dr. Horick about what we're going to do from here and what the surgery is going to be like and what the future is going to hold for me.
Do you still have a role with this team, and if so, what do you want to do? What do you want to be?
I want to maintain my leadership role with the team and just provide positive encouragement. I think it's something I can help with. I'm going to maintain my leadership role whether I'm playing or not, so that's something I can help with.
Fans are kind of thinking, oh, geez, we're one injury away from, maybe a dire situation. Your comments about that, and maybe the advice you have for Darren.
Darren, he's a great player and he's been doing great things for us. So I'm not really worried about him in that situation. And he's going to continue to play great for us. And and obviously Brian, is now backing him up. And that's a strange situation. Brian's been redshirt in the whole year, and obviously we don't want him to have to come in. But I know that Brian's the type of player. He's a big time player, and if he is put in that situation, he'll do a great job as well.
So you're going to spend some more time with Brian, you think, just talking to him, getting him ready?
I think so.
Yeah.
Darren's going to be fine. Darren knows how to handle situations like that. But Brian probably needs a little bit more guidance. But he's one of those guys. He's just a natural. And if he is thrust into the spotlight, I guarantee you he'll be fine.
He said during the summer that you were a guy that it sounded like he kind of gravitated towards you for just some direction. Can you talk about what your relationship has been and the progress maybe he's made?
Yeah, throughout his time here, he's been one of my friends, and kind of taken him under my wing and just kind of showing the ropes, show him what it's like to be a college football player. And he still has a lot of learning to do, but so far he's made a lot of great progress. And I'm going to continue to watch over him and make sure he's doing the right things. And he's one of those players who's got a special career ahead of him, so just got to keep him on the straight and narrow.
What did Coach say to you? Did you say any through conversations you had with Coach?
Not much he can say. He just gave me one of those looks that that say 1,000 words all in one, and just kind of he's got a little sympathy for me, but he understands the situation and he knows that I'm a tough guy and I'll be fine. In the end, I want to prevail and I want to persevere through this. So just one of those things that's got to keep going.
Is there any bitterness that you've been injured so many times, knowing your career could have been more and different than it is now?
I don't know who I could be bitter towards and why I would be bitter. It's just one of those things you just got to take it in stride and adjust, and obviously just keep moving forward and keep my head down and keep pushing, because nothing to be bitter about. Stuff that I'm learning from and I'm growing stronger from. So.
Anybody issued you a badge and a gun yet?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to that stage, but obviously now with the knee injury, I need to get my strength back in my leg before I can start chasing bad guys.
Do you figure you'll stay local, or?
I don't know yet. It's still kind of up in the air. I'd like to maybe look into the federal game as well, and I want to travel a little bit and I'm not. I want to be in law enforcement in the end. I just don't know where it's going to be.
Who got your first phone call after the diagnosis?
My first phone call, I call my parents. You know, they take it a lot harder than I do, and I just wanted to make sure that they knew what the situation was exactly, and I wanted to, you know, provide them some comfort and just let them know that I'm fine. Mentally, I'll be okay, and physically, I'll be back from this.
So is surgery again? Is that the
Definitely, yeah.
Last question from here. Just have you played in the past with that sense of, okay, I can't get hurt, I can't get hurt, and I guess that's what I'm trying to get at with Darren. You know, maybe he feels that same pressure because you're not there to back him up.
You know, I hope Darren doesn't feel that way. I know I've never felt that way, and I hope he doesn't, because, you know, that's no way to play this game. If you play football that way, you're going to find yourself in a world of pain, and I hope he doesn't play that way. I really doubt that he would. He's just going to go out there and play like he's always been playing, and that's just, you know, that swagger and that ability that he has, and I hope he continues to do that, and I think he will.
And this wasn't an injury that you ever considered playing through like Dennis tried to do, right?
No, I mean, I can't really bend my knee at this point, and it's not one of those things you can just kind of brace up and move along with. There's some things going on there that need to be fixed soon, you know, just so I can, you know, function normally.
What exactly did you tear? What ligaments?
I don't want to discuss that.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, there's some things in the knee that are, you know, not right, and I need to get them fixed.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Nate.
Thanks.
Such a weird play. Was that the first time you actually bobbled a snap in the game?
Yeah, in the game, yeah. I've done it in practice before, and you know, just one of those things. Why did I decide to, you know, bobble that one, and why did I roll out that way, and why did it happen? But, you know, you keep questioning yourself, and you can do it forever. But, you know, the simple fact is I need to just get this thing fixed and make myself better for the future.
Did the injury come on the hit or before that?
As the guy was making contact with me, it was more of just my body twisting. It wasn't his weight on me or anything like that forced a jarring blow or anything like that. It was just like a twisting thing, and that's really what cost it.
You plan on being Coach Costa now the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think that's definitely something I can do. Can help from a coaching standpoint. You know, guide the young players, and, you know, guide even some of these veterans, and I can also help from a leadership standpoint, keeping everyone, you know, focused on this great path that we're on so far, and just keep it rolling.
When the injury first happened, did you know right away how severe it was?
I felt, you know, I had some intuition that it was pretty bad. I wasn't completely sure, but, you know, the way it felt and kind of just the way my body reacted, I kind of felt like something was definitely wrong. I wasn't sure the exact extent of it until the MRI came, but I was somewhat confident.
If the damage is more extensive, is it going to be a lengthier recovery time?
I don't think so. It'll be standard, you know, recovery time. And, you know, how much that is, 5-6 months. We'll have to see, you know, as far as how my progress is going, but it should be pretty standard recovery time.
The fact that you're not, I assume, coming back to play football, does that make anything easier, or did that shorten it at all? I mean, are there things you don't have to do that you had to do before?
No. You know, I think with the line of work that I'm looking to going into, I need to make sure my body's in physical shape that I could play football. So
Okay.
I'm going to need to get my knee back into the type of shape that I would if I was going to participate in spring ball, you know, the upcoming year, which I'm not, obviously, but I need to get back to full strength.
When you found out what the extent of the injury was, what was your initial reaction?
Kind of just like, all right, well, you know, this is the hand you've been dealt. It's happened before. You know exactly what to do in this situation, so just get to work and start doing whatever you can to make yourself better. And at this point, what that means for me is getting the swelling out and getting my range of motion back so that I can get the surgery done and get on the road to recovery.
With the amount of football and leadership experience that you have, would you ever be interested in coaching football down the road? Or
Yeah, that's something I've definitely looked into. I'm not sure if college coaching is something that I would be interested in. These guys' schedules are pretty incredible and pretty intense, and the whole recruiting thing isn't something that entices me very much. But I could definitely coach high school or even Pop Warner football down the road, and I think that's something I'll definitely do someday.
Just like immediately drop all your classes at this point? And you're done?
No, I mean, I got to stay with them. I actually one class that I have to take graded, and
Okay.
I'm a stickler for my GPA. I don't want my GPA to drop the least bit, so I have to get an A in that class.
Do you already have your undergraduate degree?
Yeah, sociology.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, you'll stay involved with this team as you can, you know, based on how much you can move and travel and stuff.
Yeah, and yeah, as of now, I plan on going down to Cal. I'm from that area, and I got some family coming to the game, so I plan on doing that as long as the airplane's not going to hinder my swelling or anything like that from that standpoint. But I'm going to stay as involved as I possibly can, and you know, I love these guys, they love me, and I want to maintain that relationship.
When all this is over, how do you think you'll remember your career?
You know, this year is going to say a lot about that, you know, how this year finishes. And at this point, it's hard to say. You know, it's been a great ride so far. I think that from what I've seen from this team, just interacting with them, it's going to end even better than I could imagine. But it's still an unwritten story, and we'll have to see how it unfolds.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Thanks,
No problem.
Nick.